Hey, Tommy.
Good afternoon, Wayne. Good to see you again.
Hey, guys. Welcome to Tom and Wayne Straight from the Hip. We have been a little bit overwhelmed by the response. We're very excited that our friends are signing up and subscribing and really enjoying doing this. It was only a couple days ago since our first video, so we don't know we're going to do this every couple days, but we got a few things to say today, so
we also have to take advantage of the studio when we get the time. I'd like to give a shout out first to UP from Cheektowaga. Thanks for the comments. And also, I'd like to say hello to Sophie and the other greeters over at the Walmart. Thanks for the help with the self-checkout. I did not forget that item. I just didn't see it. We got that mess all cleared up over there.
Yeah, I don't there seem to be vines in
well,
the
anyways,
I don't know what's going on, but
the other day you heard on our show that the government had decided to stop funding for the Special Olympics. Not 24 hours after you heard it straight from the hip, that funding's back, Wayne.
The guy, obviously the President of the United States, listens to us. I got to give him credit for that. I mean,
it's a travesty. You got to have it. And I saw this morning, because we're going to have some political stuff here, but it's the first time since 1966 when we were toddlers.
Yeah.
The workers in this country have received, 96% of the workers in this country have received a raise. Now, I don't know if that's happening here in Western New York, because if you listen to some of the commercials, you know, that seems to be a problem here.
Oh, yes. On the local radio station, the blue pill and the pea shot.
Right.
Yeah. People aren't getting raises.
And I think that's got some of the side effects of losing, too, and no pun intended with the side effects, but there was no manscaping discussions in '99.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get on this show salad drafts and stuff like that. You're going to get our thoughts on the local scene, some political stuff, straight from the hip. Sorry,
Nice.
that was my hip.
Yeah, it better be. If it was my hip, I'd cry.
It'd be a problem here.
Yeah, so, well, good, Tom. Thanks for the introduction. A little political commentary there about the radio and their advertisements. So, Tom, we've been getting, a couple people have asked, how do I get questions into you guys? And, well, first of all, you know, many of you have either my email or my phone number for texting. I'd also like to say I have a Twitter handle, and it's at Wayner58, WAYNEER 58. Got a few coming through on that channel too. So, Tom, Zach Darlak, really good guy, brother of Matty Ice, which is Matt Darlak. Two good hockey players that played with my son Zach. Unfortunately, shout out to Matty, a couple concussions, and Matty has to end his bar league career, and so I'm missing you, buddy, down there.
I know that story, man. Well,
yeah,
I've had 4 or 5 myself.
Yeah, well, look at him, you know. So I'm missing you down there, Matty. But we got the other one guy, Zachy Ice. Zach Darlock asked, and he said to me last night, so Wayne, what Sabres were first in the NHL in November, on November 28th. You know, what do you guys think happened so dramatically since that date to lead to this just epic downfall? And so, Tom, we're going to touch on that a little bit today. I'll let you start out on some of the things that we've talked about in the past.
That's a great question. A lot of people have asked me that also. Number one, longtime hockey observers and stuff will tell you the real season starts the first of the year. It's when the guys start getting going and everybody starts really buckling down and getting points. Talent then starts taking over. The Sabres have some serious lack of talent on this team. And during the streak, we were getting timely goal scoring. We were hustling, but the key was the goaltending. I think it was clipping along there like a 930 and 940 rate. And it wasn't...
Which isn't sustainable, Tom.
It wasn't. Now, Theo Fleury did it there with Vegas, but he's a future Hall of Famer.
Theo Fleury's not in Vegas, Tom.
Where's the...
That's Marc-Andre Fleury?
Marc-Andre.
Okay.
Theo Fleury was the ex-Ranger.
Yeah, the small guy.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
But it's a Fleury. I think they're related.
I don't know. I'd like to say something too. Interrupt just a second. I don't know if you've gone, country or hit, but flannel twice in the last 2 days.
It is. Well, we got what we got here.
Okay.
All
right, sorry.
The guys in the truck haven't really brought much in for me, and quite honestly, well, anyways.
We have no sponsorships.
Right, that's true too. We'll get back to the question. And the goaltending dropped off. And also the usage of some of the players. Like, we just, after our top line of Skinner, Eichel, and Sam Reinhart, there's really nothing else after that. Casey Middlestad's young. It's going to take time. Tage Thompson's kind of inexperienced. And then nothing after that. And it doesn't take long for teams to study film and stuff. And if you notice, the ice time, the time and space that Eichel and that line gets has stopped. The team's really put a lot of pressure on that line. It'd be nice if we had a. We all remember the hit in Dallas when they got physical with Jack, and there's no response from this team. That's the type of stuff that Jason Botterill's got to fix. God, I'd love to have Marcus Foligno back to kind of ride shotgun a little bit there, but we got to better the scoring on this team. And the playing some of those guys like we talked about in the last show, too many minutes, that stuff goes away now the first of the year, and that lack of scoring really, really does hurt the team.
Well, if I could interject on a couple of those points, saw something today that since mid-December, they have been all over Jeff Skinner and Jack Eichel. And Skinner has struggled with that. I mean, the majority of Skinner's points came in the first 2.5 months.
Right.
And he has hit the skids. Now, I am not saying Jeff Skinner is a bad player or that I don't want him signed. That's not it at all. But when you're the other team and you've got a checking line, you're putting it on our first line and you're saying to the other 3 lines, come beat us.
Right.
Because if you think about it, we know that Larson, Gergensons, and Oposo, can't hit the broadside of a barn. They'll hustle their tail off.
Right.
They'll get in the corner. They'll do everything for you. But when it comes time to shoot the puck in the net, it's hitting glass or it's hitting crest. Okay. Right. Connor Sherry, great wheels, great forechecking, a million chances, 13 goals. So we just don't have that. The other thing I saw is that since February 1st, Ullmark's got an .883 save percentage.
Right, and I don't think Hutton's
not much better.
Much better. And some of that isn't just goaltending, it's defensive zone lapses and such, but talent comes to the top when they start playing for real. And Jack and those guys, I think I blame House a little bit there for trying to find a way to get Jack and them guys on the ice more, get them away from the checking lines. But it seems like we got to roll all 4, and especially late in some of those games, how many times have we all watched 6 minutes to go in a 1-goal game and rolling through the Sabokas and the Larsons? And come on. I mean, find a way to get Jack out there and get him away from those checkers. And I know comments come back. Well, who are you going to play? Well, Jason Botterill, for example. Jason, why did it take so long to call up some guys from Rochester or try something different? Or why do we have to wait till 5 to 3 or 5 to noon on the West Coast, is it, or 5 to 6?
No, it would be noon.
Yeah, I get a little confused on that. I can never figure out that left and right time. Why do we have to wait till the last minute on trade deadline day and stuff? Can't we make a trade somewhere else and identify that? You didn't build or help build the Pittsburgh Penguins with the plan that you've put forth here.
Yeah, I think the waiting for the guys to cook in Rochester, we talked about in the first series, I get it. I really do. They're young, North American game, the whole bit. But you saw this season slipping away in January. And we just stayed with the same guys doing the same things. It's like the definition of insanity we all know.
Right. Well,
keep doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. Well,
yeah, we're getting nicer weather now. Take that summer grill. Take that grill, right? You're grilling that piece of chicken and it's just on there too long. What happens, Wayne?
It gets burned.
Right. And then what do you got?
Burnt chicken.
Right. So there's it in a nutshell.
really have. I'm sorry, but I have no idea. That analogy was really...
The overcooking is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
The overcooking.
I'm sure myself as well as our listeners were horribly confused there.
I'm trying to simplify things for everybody.
I got it. Okay.
Stay with me. I'll get you through
Well,
this.
I could learn. There's things I can learn from you. Yeah, okay. Well, Tom, anything else we want to say about that? This is going to be a rather quick segment today.
Yeah, we want to keep it smaller. No, that's really, you hear people say, well, if they wouldn't have won those games, if it woulda, coulda, that might be our producer. I might have done something wrong.
Oh, you did.
But woulda, coulda, shoulda. They did that streak. They're not the worst team in hockey, although they've been playing with it lately. But there is talent on this team, and it's disappointing when you see the fall from there. But I don't think it's the end of the world. I think there's hope down the road if we make the right moves.
Well, there's hope with the right moves. And I'll be the first to admit I loved the hiring of Housley. I thought he was a way better prospect at his first year coaching than Rick Tocchet. Boy, have I been proved wrong. Maybe you should stop watching this, I guess, because Rick Tocchet has taken an Arizona team that's had nothing but injuries, traded away a couple high draft picks that weren't doing anything there. And then, all of a sudden this guy's fighting for a playoff spot. Meanwhile, Housley's stumbling over himself, not understanding what he needs to do to fix that. Again, I'll go back to the D-zone coverage, Zach Darlach. That D-zone coverage is some of the worst I've ever seen, and as recent as last night, it just happens over and over again. Tap-ins. Nobody lifts a stick. Nobody knocks anybody down. I just don't understand it. I don't know if he's lost them. I don't know if there's some ridiculous system they can't figure out, or many of the guys that I'm talking about might be gone.
Well, the disappointing thing too is the Sabres, since the streak, have played very soft. When the other teams have come at us, I just don't like soft. And you might not know who to cover in your zone, although we played hockey for years.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You can't just watch a guy tapping a puck in. I mean, you got to knock somebody down, and the soft bothers me.
Well, so here's what soft does to you, right, Tom? They score a goal, you hang your head. If you're a tough team, like some of the Sabres teams of the past, if you're not scoring, you're running guys. And I don't mean illegally, but you're hitting, you're finishing checks. And do we finish checks? Do we hit anybody? Do we stand up for a guy when he gets his head taken off? No.
And that's disappointing. And I will comment on one thing you said before about maybe we're not always right. We might not be right or wrong, but you're going to get it straight from the hip here.
Straight from the hip. That's why we said it, yeah.
You're going to get it.
And again, don't tune in for any salad drafts or what the best burger is, because we're not doing it. We're going to talk sports and some politics. I think our next one we're going to talk a little politics, but and we also have something came in, a nice question on the Buffalo Bills, so we'll be getting to that in next segments. Tom, anything else you want to say?
How did it come in? Did it come in through the mail? Because I didn't check the mail today.
I'm going to stop checking the mail because only Bob Crean did that. I mean, people aren't going to do that. Bob's an older man, and he struggles.
I did get a call. Actually, a friend from New York called, but he called my mom. He doesn't have the number here, and he said, "Timmy from New York, Timmy, love you, buddy. Come get some," is what he told my mom. She's a little confused with that, but I'll try to explain it to her later. Try to get the calls here to the house if you could.
Yeah, calling. Again, I got a Twitter handle, Wayner, @Wayner58. Get your questions in there, and we'll go to them. In any event, I know, Tommy, that's what I wanted to wrap up on today.
Too.
You all set?
That's fine, I'm fine.
Okay.
Hope everybody has a great weekend, and enjoy watching sports somewhere. Get out and enjoy the view. And that's from the show on Channel 7. I got
yeah, that's nice. And lastly, keep it in your nicks. Take care, everybody.
That was good.